Yes, it's me, the Kid JB. For those that know me from the Bucket Up podcast to broadcasting football to reviewing Bloody Marys, after too many strangers telling me, you're funny, you should have your own show, I'm doing just that. Welcome to my digital sandbox, the I Don't Know Show. Welcome back, episode 5, the I Don't Know Show. I'm your host, JB, Uncle Jesse, the Bloody Mary bro, and so on. Excited to be back in the booth, in the playground, the sandbox, whatever you want to call it. Got some rules to lay down. For those that have been following, thanks for chopping in, checking in, tapping in with us the last couple of episodes. We were messing with my man Justin Chermak in mortgages and real estate. We talked about, social media rules with regards to sports, and we were able to talk about the van life and the new ways of living. So we're getting into it right now, so buckle up. Social media, man, we all have social media. Feel like depending on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, we all have one of the apps. Depends on how active you are on it. I've come around. I used to think that we shouldn't all have social media. I used to think that only people in college should have it, or people certain age groups and stuff. I do think you should be 18, at least 18 or older, to be on social media. It sounds a little old for me to say that, like an old person, but it makes sense. I mean, you gotta be 18 to be on most websites, right? You gotta be 18 to buy some things. I think 18 to be on social media that has access to porn and all, problematic things, 18 should be a good cutoff. I do think, though, and hear me out, I think we have a little too much access to all the information. With the algorithms, it's really based on if somebody's watching something in their community, somebody else is going to come across it, and it's shareable, and it's probably going to, come across their timeline and that type of thing. I think we could work on, or not we, but those above can work on limiting some of the access. I really do think it could be community-based. Like, if you're in a certain zip code, then only some information can be revealed, or some, news stories, or what is going on in that, political atmosphere, right? Or topical sports, whatever it may be. I don't know. Maybe I feel like when people share stories about a shooting in California and somebody in Minnesota or something is reading about it, it can instill some sort of I don't want to say fear and all that stuff, but more of unneeded communication, because they're talking about something that's not close to them. And not to say that you got to be close to somewhere to think about it, but anyway, too much access, bro. I digress. I think it could be used like how it used to be. You needed a college email to have access to it because it was exclusive for college students. I'm not saying you got to only go to college to have one, but I feel like there should be a little bit of a membership, aspect to it. So I got some tips and tricks on how we can eliminate the overall sinking product that is social media right now, because ultimately, if you think about it, social media, it's how people share media, right? It's how they're social about it. And sadly, people are not consistent with how they act on social media and who they are in real life. And I feel like that needs to be, revamped or readdressed. Some people say your credit score is a long extension of your personality. I feel like your social media account should kind of be a moving digital journal of who you are, right? Not something you aspire to be or try to display through your ego. Keep it authentic. Getting to that, man, it should be your digital journal. I use myself as a reference all the time because, anybody else in this room? Nah. You look at my social media, it's kind of me, just regurgitated information throughout. You got sports, you got Bloody Marys, you got my niece and my nephew, you got jokes, and you got drip. And then you see just that cycled throughout my days and my posting. I'm posting about things that are near and dear to my heart, things that if you were to come across it, you'd say, oh, this is probably Jesse's page. It looks like something he would share or something read, I don't like when people are straying away from the authenticity. So let's start there. Not every picture needs to be your best, man. I know we live in a final result type of world where we don't look at practice, we don't look at struggles, we just look at the top dollar and, you know, the final presentation and the top stages and all this stuff. It breaks my heart that people will have a post on Instagram or Facebook, and then in their phone they have a camera roll with 30 or 40 different photos that didn't make this, they just didn't make the cut, you know, which means that they decided which picture was perfect and they were going to dictate, hey, this is the best picture. But it's a little bit of a fallacy because you're putting that out there to the world for them to not necessarily have an opinion on, but to view themselves. And who's to say that that's your best picture based on others' opinion? I don't know. Maybe have a couple silly pictures of when the light's not the best and, you know, you don't have all your jewelry and makeup on, or the homies, they don't got the flex on, the muscles ain't glowing and everything. Maybe just you know, maybe you don't got to be the main character. Maybe a Luigi type picture, if you will, right? Something that just kind of shows like, all right, you're every day. Because, you know, I'm spoken for, I'm not in the dating scene, but if you're single and you're trying to project something and then somebody meets up with you on a Tuesday and all your social media pictures of like our Friday night vibe, and somebody doesn't know what you look like on a Tuesday afternoon for coffee, could create, you know, a little bit of unrest. Memes are cool, man. Memes are cool, you know, especially if they relate to who you are. You see a New York sports meme, you know, a funny pizza meme, you know, or a New York City rat carrying a slice of pizza or something. You're going to see that on my page, right? It's authentic. Keep it to your stories, though, man. Memes are somebody else's creation. So stories are meant to share something, right? But the posts, that's to instill something that, like, identifies as you. I don't like when I see people having memes on their posts because, like, you didn't make that meme. Unless you did, credit yourself. Then different conversation. But if you're just posting memes like, I hate Mondays, like, come on. This is weak. It's a weak post game, bro. And we got to step it up because it's like, oh, okay, look, this person hates Mondays and that's all I know about them. And if I come across another meme, where's that authenticity? Because now it's somewhere else. Consistency, man. One day it can't be sad stuff, and then a couple hours later, happy stuff. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be happy. It's okay to share those emotions. But if you're posting, sad to say, you know, my cat died, which I'm devastated when animals pass, by all means. But then we understand you're going through some things, man. So your cat died, you're sad, you posted the picture of you and your cat. I understand that, bro. We're sad, we're here for you, you know? But then a couple hours later, if you're posting a meme that's supposed to be funny, where's that seriousness? How are we supposed to feel bad about you and the cat now because you're posting a meme about a sports game or something? It's like, where's the cutoff? Do we stop feeling bad for you and now celebrate the funny meme? I don't know. I think there has to be some sort of consistency with that. Reverse. You know, you can't dictate when, or you can't determine when something sad is going to happen. You know, so if something sad happens and you post about it, let it rock. If something something happy happens, you go to the farmer's market in the morning, you feel great. Something bad happens later in the day, you don't need to post about it because it can't be that bad. I see on Twitter, bro, which is crazy. People will tweet, I'm sad to say my mother died. My husband jumped off a bridge. You know, whatever they're saying. And it's like your tweet, how do you have enough emotion to go to Twitter after you're dealing with this crisis? Like, it can't be that serious where you could pick, let me pull up Twitter and see, you know, what's the score of the Knicks game, and oh man, I'm so sad. It can't be like that. There has to be a little bit of like a boundary of like, all right, I'm going through some things. I can't even bring up my phone right now or interact with a phone. Like, I don't know. I don't like seeing crazy heartbreaking, my husband died, my wife died, all that stuff on Twitter. It can't be that serious if it happened that day and you're tweeting about it. Like, whoa. So keep it consistent, bro. We're here for the scary stuff. We're here for the sad stuff. We're empathetic, we're supportive, and we care about you guys. But there has to be some like severity balance or boundary. If you're sad for the day, he's sad for the day. How do we know where to comfort you? If you're posting happiness and then the next hour you're sad and then you're happy again, it's hard, bro. That's Instagram, though. There's different rules for different apps, okay? Facebook, I will say, Facebook is going downwards, man. Facebook is kind of like Netflix. I like Netflix, but there's really not prime selection on there. You'll find kind of the things that didn't hit HBO Max, that didn't hit the prime Hulus, didn't hit the premieres in the theaters. They're going to Netflix. It's kind of like the straight to DVD version that we had in the 90s, or I guess straight to VHS. There seems to be more of a marketplace than what its main purpose was, which was sharing pictures, sharing statuses, sharing community things. Like I was saying, back to the college, people posting, oh, does anybody have logins for Blackboard, or did anybody else have this issue with submitting this paper online, whatever it may be. A community. It was social media, right? Now it's people are selling items left and right. Not even on Facebook Marketplace. There's just, if I got a football friend, they're selling a football helmet. If I got a physical therapist friend, they're selling equipment. If I got somebody that, cooks, they're selling their plates. So I'm all for the hustle. I'm all for the gig economy, but, make a website for that. Status control, man. Be true to yourself. Proud to announce posts. You get one of those a year, maybe two. But if every post you make is a proud to announce moment, doesn't that dilute the last achievement? So if it's on Monday, proud to announce I've received my dream job. Good for you. Congrats. Oh my God. Hello. Oh my God. I knew you could do it. But then on Tuesday, proud to announce I've gotten my dream car. Oh my God, yo, vroom, fire emoji, boom. Bro, you got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Your posts are going to be very lackluster because you hit us with the proud to announce on a Monday, bro. And with the careers and the jobs and all that stuff, I will say announce when you've gotten the job, but not when you just got the job, but when you've passed the 90-day probationary period. Because I can't tell you how many people have posted proud to announce I got the interview. Not even the job, the interview. And then you hear nothing about that job. It sounds like they didn't get the job. They got the interview. Or you hear people proud to announce I got the job. 2 months later, well within that 90 days, hey, anybody know anyone who hiring? I've been really good at, editing or whatever. Keep it humble, baby. Because you're setting yourself up for this big balloon to pop. Any more than 2 proud to announce moments, it's like the boy who cried wolf. Because the next time you say something, let me guess, you're proud to announce. Let me guess. It's kind of like not to incriminate myself, but it's kind of like a drug dealer that tells you their new product is way better than the product they had before, when last time they were telling you how that product was way better than the one before that. So it's kind of hard to trust, right? It's like, by that logic, let's just wait, and I'll wait to hear a post from you 10 years from now because you're going to have the proudest announcement ever, right? Let's just run those odds. Keep it humble, baby. Same to Instagram and Facebook, man. If it's a happy post, space it out with the sad posts. I know people that go through lost loved ones, you know what I'm saying? They're sad about, they have depression, anxiety. They're going through some things. I'm here for that, But, one or the other. Yo, super excited. Work was mad chill. We got off early. I'm by the pool kicking it. Yo, anybody want to hit me up? Whatever. Happy post. Can't be an hour later. man, I just doubt myself too many times. I don't know why I be in my head. And then you see a bunch of people just, oh, we're going to get through this together, bro. It's like, what happened to you being by the poolside, happiness with the sunglasses emojis, right? Like, it's just too inconsistent, man. Space it out. Keep it consistent. It's hard for us to read. Is he happy? Is he sad? Is she happy? Is she sad, right? All right, putting personal stuff on social media without context. What do we know, bro? You got to provide us, clue us in. You'll see people be like, their status, no context. Man, I hate when that happens. What happens? Say something like, I hate when my debit card declines and I thought I had more money in my bank account. Man, I hate when I go drive a certain route and it's traffic ridden. You know, give us some context, bro. No context posts. It's like as if you're talking to yourself, but social media is you're being social. You're promoting something for us to add to the communitas, right? Inside jokes for outside audience, they don't rock, bro. Let's stop with putting LOL on your own status. LOL implies that somebody's laughing out loud, which is something that you should be doing, making others do. Making yourself laugh is great. I do it myself all the time. Probably the funniest dude I know. But they decide what's funny. So, man, my debit card got declined. LOL, not funny. Man, my debit card got declined. I'll decide if it's funny or not. I'll decide if I LOL. Yeah, and this, I don't know, maybe I don't want to be coming off a little problematic, but this is a little bit more for the ladies than for the men. But birthday posts are not an excuse for you to talk about yourself. It's your friend's birthday. So if it's, oh my God, Jessica's birthday, don't post a picture of you and Jessica because you're just trying to get another picture off of yourself. And we know it. We see it. Post a picture of Jessica and leave it alone. Or just leave it alone at that. Happy birthday, Jessica. They got birthday posts for that. A lot of the people I know only have Facebook so they can remember birthdays. Not everything has to be about you, even though it's your social media, right? We could be selfless at times. Some things are unlimited. I'm not going to come on here and act like, I'm going to be the Ebenezer Scrooge of social media. Dog posts are unlimited. Send me all the dog posts you want. I'm never going to hate on those, bro. From sunrise to sunset, I want to see the fluffy ears, you know what I'm saying? The funny, he's playing with a toy he shouldn't be. He made a funny bark. Give me that. Last but not least, man, keep it quick here in the streets. I got some things to go to tonight, you know what I'm saying? So I got to keep it light tonight. But Twitter's dying. Keep it real. Ever since Elon Musk bought it, it's not the same product. He was worried about bots and fake accounts. The whole app now is just bots and fake accounts or polls or people just reposting stuff from other apps. So it's not even authentic anymore. There used to be spaces like football Twitter, NFL Twitter, like specific shows had spaces for Twitter, but now it's just a conglomerate of TikTok videos, Instagram posts, basically just another space for people to provide access to those other apps, which is a little redundant. I will say Twitter tweets should be like a running. Tweets should be basically the drafts and the statuses that Facebook didn't make because they were a little too edgy. You didn't want your grandma to read it. Maybe it was a little too, pointing out somebody specific on your timeline or something. It's something that can be a little, graphic, curse-inducive. It can, be targeted to something specific, and you don't want to be that preachy guy talking politics on Facebook or like that, talking about one specific thing that others may be completely over with. Twitter should be that, That's where the things that kind of don't fly on Facebook can fly on Twitter. The random rap lyrics, the random quotes of a movie that nobody knows what you're talking about, that can be for you. Because Twitter is a little bit of like the after hours, like the Adult Swim. It's kind of like when the stores close, Twitter opens, right? That's what that is. Don't get TikTok. TikTok's corny. Some states are starting to ban it. And maybe I'm just an old head with this, but it's lame. It's just people dancing and not actual dancing. one person creating a dance and then 900 billion people just copying it. And it's like, there's no authenticity with that. There's no originality. There's no agency. You're just trying to say, hey, look, I can do the thing others are doing, which I've never been a fan of. TikTok's lame, bro. It's lame. That's just my opinion. I don't know. And I do think, other states are going to start to ban it. So trickle down effect, if you will. Without being too much of a narc, I will reel it back and say I do think social media, like anything else, should have checks and balances. Its original purpose was strong in the sense that it's a way to identify with other people within a community that you may recently joined, been part of, or want to get back into. It's a way to communicate with family members that don't live down the street, and they could see updates of the kids and the family and achievements and stuff like that. But I do think with the enhanced ego that people have and the constant fight to try and reduce it, it can swing the pendulum into a negative side of, like I was saying, political havoc, graphic images, unnecessary access to images and videos and conversations that can only divide people. And that's not what we're here for. So I do think social media, if followed correctly and applied correctly, can be back to where it should be, where we're posting funny memes, people are liking posts, sharing things appropriately, and not getting upset. I have a lot to say, but at the end of the day, I don't know. Catch me next week as I sit down with physical therapist Dalton Durthick from Honor Health as we talk about the ins and outs of PT, the myths, the misconceptions, and find out kind of who is the best physical therapist, patient in the world. But I'll let you find that out yourself. Again, man, catch us next week. I am your host, JB, and this is The I Don't Know Show. See you.